No, not yet. Not yet. No.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to watch Hoax 2. We're going to do commentary on Hoax 2, which was produced in 1994. This was by T-Bone Films.
Inline's getting production from
This is 2014, so it is 20 years after this video was made. And when they made this video, they didn't have the internet.
We're in the future.
We're in the future.
Yeah. We're 20 years later. They probably talked about this. They were probably saying, imagine in 20 years when people are watching Hoax 2. This is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it.
Yes, so let's start watching. So...
Oh, shit. No, put it back to the front.
To make sure it's at 0.
Yeah, 0. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay,
so I press play. There's a little bit of black space.
I like doing that.
Builds the suspense a little bit.
I think we need more black screens in the world today.
We do, yeah. I always really liked in Mushroom Blading 2, the black screen.
I did that for Cirque du Soleil and for
that's a lot of black space.
Baseball as well.
23 seconds of black space. Man, you can't fuck with the federal law warning.
What's up to 5 years in prison and or a $250,000 fine,
which was a lot more in 1994.
Oh, and Love Always was good at the end, that it was a note. Attempting these tricks, yeah, that was good too. Going straight from a warning into a note from the producers, like you knew when you saw that you were going to see some gnarly shit for falls and stuff, and then straight into
T-Bone. Man, when you got a new video back in the day and you saw that T-Bone skull, and Pleasure Tools.
The logo's still at the start of the video. You see this in ski videos and things now. This structure still gets you stoked to this day.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we made fun of it in Park Killers. We did it. Like, we just copied. And that was so good. I didn't even know. I was too young to know what he was jerking off. I thought he was peeing.
Was he jerking off?
Yeah. Pleasure Tools.
Pleasure Tools. And he was...
Yeah. Or we could have had...
Was that Brian Smith?
The belly shirt. Like... The Sublime song, the art on the bus, all the logos, like,
man.
You maybe were on the fence about buying a pair of skates or something, and just this intro, like, there's not even one shot of skating, it's already, and it's aged well too.
Yeah.
This would be good if this was a video today. It's so funny that this is out in the open. Oh, little flash of like a magazine, the rental agreement. Man.
They look so old.
Yeah.
And they're like, what, 20? Like early 20s?
I think rollerblading was lucky that was old for the time. The people who were on this tour were in their 20s, early 20s, which was old for rollerblading. That was really old.
Were they even that old?
I'm pretty sure they were in their early 20s.
The Mexicans.
Oh, don't even. The skating was so sick in this video too. Like those 3 opening tricks. So grab, safety, 540. Oh, and then this switch up. You wouldn't even have known that there was switch ups possible like that. Oh, don't even.
It's better that he fell
and got so frustrated. Arlo's
shit.
The American flag, like there's things when you get older that you notice are details that the shooters obviously got in frame, like Arlo in his bedroom with the New Jersey Devils and the devil stick, like, man. New York. That's opposite mute grab, right?
Yeah.
Even just that, the framing there is really good. Did you like Brookhard Smith even?
No, I never was really into
I think that the whole point of his character, and And then you gotta like Brian Smith. Even there, his interview, he's just a likable guy. I mean, there's all these things and everyone wants to do it. You can do them. And then
B was like the hipster of like he doesn't. He's not a hipster.
He's classic.
Today's standard.
He was timeless. He was the classic. He's the guy
that's
that
very classic.
Probably ages the best. Like that you would watch this video when he's someone that's kind of outside of time. That it's like the way he talked and dressed and everything could have been from any time. I don't know if that makes any sense. They had like think of the lineup of characters, right?
Very diverse.
Everybody like. If you sat down with a group of your buddies and you watched this video, everyone would have had their favorite, but at the same time you liked all of the characters too.
Yeah.
Just even within that intro there, you had all those personalities, but you also had that hard New York thing.
What was he fiddling with?
It's a good point. The wallet chain came out right there. We're actually going out. We're getting it. Shit, don't.
Holy shit.
No.
That happened to me in Toronto.
That did.
Jesus.
Do you think the reason that we don't like Australian accents, even though Brooke was a Kiwi, was started with Brooke Howard Smith? There's a little bit attached to that.
It could be. There's a lot of threat involved with an Australian accent. There's a lot of fun, but it's like, what are your motives?
I know exactly what the motives are. So. That was a crazy rail to do in those kids. Oh, Chad Grout. I love this scene. And then, sorry, you can hear Brian Smith going, $2, you get like 30 of them. He's talking about like groceries or something.
He's talking about eggs.
Oh, eggs.
Because later on he said, I'm making some eggs.
Oh my God. This is one of the best B-roll scenes ever in skate video history. This place is incredible! Cabinets, sinks, microwave! Look at the food! Look at the food! And then he faints. Is it real? Is it a dream? It's real! That's all the
Amazing. Amazing.
It's really interesting that there was like other people there. Like Scott Bentley was in that and Chad Grout. So I would love to hear their commentary time-wise, like
totally, like they went to
they
pick up
filmed
Arlo.
that, or like was that set up? Did they have an idea of what they want? Because that's just a great piece of improv that anybody who watches that video, like my sister or girlfriends that I've shown it to, everybody laughs at that scene. It's just a really oh shit transfer.
Shit.
Open up with some West Coast skating. Yeah. Kiss. There needs to be more kisses on the cheek. Yeah, man. Killing it. Holy shit. 360 off.
Damn. Hyper.
The video production in this is still so good.
Oh, look how
at
close
that
the
angle.
camera was to his skate.
All of this, like, look at that footage. I was wondering if someone was running or skating. Oh, I love Matty Mantz's trick on that later.
It falls into the
garbage.
garbage.
Ernie Villarino. When you see someone
So
wind
sick.
up with their hand, drop solo, that's pretty crazy. Top solo.
In those skates, it just looked like the hardest
You
thing to do.
really had to bend down.
This was amazing. Brian Smith made this clip.
Blowing him.
Did he have like a cast on one side?
Well, did you see?
Big
You know at the start of that clip that he's going and blowing to get him to go faster, and looks over at someone and goes. You think of like each integral character, but you really Brian Smith. If Brian Smith wasn't in this video,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be Hoax 2. So was Ernie Villarino? What was like his? He was from. Oh shit!
Jeez. Shima.
That That was Brian Smith, but it looked like Schmidt.
The Schmidt always does the soul to top soul to soul to top soul.
He must watch Hoax too.
He must. Ernie Villarino must be a big influence of Schmidt.
That was Brian Smith?
No, I meant on that rail a few clips ago.
Lurch is still rocking it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Come on, Lurch. You got it, man. Come on. You got it. Then he went into X-Grind there, and then yeah. Big man, you gotta do something, man. Freaking thing.
His undies just look so disturbing.
Big. This was such a setup piece of footage. Hey man, next time you do that kind of thing and stuff. Because you still got the Thriller shirt on. This was awesome, showing the pee in the toilet. It's always good to show that.
Wiping the pee off the side of the toilet.
bed.
My accuracy is a little vocal. I'm making some eggs.
Stir up some potatoes, get some damn protein, and just bam, hit the front.
Oh shit.
I love in the background of that Arlo P clip that you can hear Kiss from a Rose by Seal playing.
Wow, what an aggressive style this kid has.
Matty Mantz really went for it.
He went for it. 100%.
His reaction here is so good when he runs into a pile of garbage.
Shit. He just sold that big fucking rail.
That's still a good switch up.
Is it frontside to alley-oop soul?
Yeah. No, soul to alley-oop soul.
Soul to alley-oop soul.
Yeah, still looks really good. That's a big gap at today's standards still.
Yeah, he really brought it.
Yeah.
He brought it.
Look at that shot.
He had nice hair.
Yeah. Nice. He had the backwards hat. He really came through.
Such a good idea to describe his dream girl. Like, not too short, not too tall, kind of short and a rad body.
It's funny to think of. I love Brian Smith's reaction here. He is fucking juiced at the end of this switch out.
Look at this.
Yeah. Killing it this day, hey? Look at these switch ups. Oh,
shit.
Get on with your life.
Who is that guy?
Oh, bam. It's funny how, like, just back to basics, you could make a skate video based on all of these tricks, and it would still be good. The filming's so good. Thinking of that Glenn Plake, that's still really sick. Glenn Plake talking about, like, modern ski films. He talks about, like, you look at Blizzard of Oz, he's like, you would have a film study, and it's so true with Hoax 2. Like, this is a film study. You can study Hoax 2 and be good at making skate videos. If you just know Hoax 2,
very true.
You can take the tools. Everybody has the tools now. But you need to put in the time to think about why this is a good video.
Yeah.
The people behind the camera were really good at interviewing, like just how you talk about that Matty Mantz thing. It's smart to ask the kid who the dream girl is and put it in. Now it would be like, no one would ever put that in a skate video. Oh shit. And okay, this is a very famous scene.
Interesting to
ask Brian. We can't rewind it, but you look at the background of that clip, Arlo's like drawing in his journal or writing in his journal or whatever, and he's smiling because he knows that what's happening is good. And I always wondered if that was, it's obviously not staged because you can tell that it's passionate, but everybody wants to know the story behind that.
Yeah.
You could tell Arlo was like, this is cool.
Totally.
Arlo was always smart enough to know that that was a good thing, the conflict. Oh shit.
Who's that?
And this is why Volo exists. And what does he do? Oh.
Very Julio.
Killing it. He was in flat, hey?
Was he?
Yeah. Cosmo. Really, really small, like really small flat wheels. I don't know
The
what
pants
they-
aren't too baggy. It's a nice fitting pant.
It is a nice fitting pant.
Oh, jeez. Who is that guy?
And he was different, hey? Pat Lennen.
Whoa.
This is such a good example of like, so, oh man. This is probably my first time seeing drunk people. I bounce around a lot, but this, I remember like watching this with my sister and we laughed so hard at this part. There's like a Guns N' Roses reference because he's pretending to be Slash. And then I've fallen and I can't get up. It's that famous 90s commercial. And the girl's so wasted, pushing him off. And then this is fucking amazing. Because you know you've been there before.
Yeah.
You're just doing something so stupid in the moment. That's so funny. Look out, honey, because I'm hot tonight. He's damn good. More kiss on the cheeks.
Such a good jacket.
Look at that jacket.
Where did you get that jacket?
Start talking. And that was the best because you had seen they had a conflict earlier, and then to see that Brian Smith was like interrogating or like antagonizing him later. Stretching shots.
Veterans. They know what's
Just
up.
within, how far are we into the video right now? Just, we're like 15 minutes into the video. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Think of all of the range of emotion and characters and interviews. In 15 minutes, it's already done more. This is
What makes us turn?
his wrist guard splint falls out there. Mikey. Always nice still grabs.
So that
To
was like
this
a
day.
really unique thing to do.
The stale grab,
The line, like hitting like
2 in a row.
on the stairs.
Mike Opalek was a really important character in this film because he was kind of the relaxed, quiet, neutral one within the madness.
He was like the Dana.
Yeah,
Totally like the Dana.
definitely. He was like,
Oh shit.
the best part about that is he had a, like before Senate made a visor, that's a McDonald's visor
Is
that
that
he's wearing. Yeah, but this fucking trick. So sick.
Jeez, yeah. Fuck.
That rail is crazy.
What, we have to have a name for those landings. The one
The drag
toe.
leg.
Not the drag leg, the
Michael
the
Pallet.
toe. Because that's a sick landing.
Mason would do that fakey, hey? He would curve his foot in. Are you talking about the toe drag landing? You're talking
Like the
about?
one that Beloved did
Yeah.
on the kinker.
Yeah. That's standard too in movies. Yeah, see, it's a McDonald's visor. And then Senate ended up making it. So funny, like, thinking of some of these ideas that happened based off of just accidents. That he could have, like, asked a girl who worked at McDonald's, like, can I have your visors?
Your visor is cool.
I fucked this shot. Amazing. Like... and then into him
Oh.
doing that rail.
Shit. Oh shit.
There was a freedom to them too, hey? Like, even you thinking about like the simulated fellatio with the carrot with a group of kids, and then talking about hangovers and Brian Smith kissing Brian Bell on cheek. Yeah, man, these were confident dudes. Like, this is not
People wanted that.
this is not people overthinking their personality and how they appear. These were people living in the moment.
Yeah.
Right into the view. It's funny how those glasses that he was wearing were very unique for the time, and now they're not, right? Like a pair of glasses there. Oh shit! This is such a great scene. Look at the hair. The girl in the purple is so 90s. Like,
What's his name, Brian?
Look at how good
Kiss on the cheek.
And then he goes, thank you very much.
The kiss on the cheek is like a metaphor for the 90s. It's like so.
He's done 3 already.
Innocent.
Or no. Look, Arlo's stealing their car.
Like, it'd be like a kiss in the cheek in the 90s, like fist in the ass in 2014.
And then it goes into probably, this section was one of my favorites. This was all slow motion, shot on film to like a really good song, a 311 song. This was all like really stylish, slow motion film. This is like when you get sucked into the world because you've already met all the characters and had these experiences, and then there's just this slow motion section that you knew when they were editing the video, they were probably talking like, this is the part where like you're sold on the video at this point. And then it goes into this section at the Boulder, Colorado. Like, there's shots like that one in Arlo right there where he's talking about something and he's got the Senate toque on with the lamb chops hybrids. That's always going to be cool. It doesn't matter if it's rollerblading or whatever. Like, that is just a cool shot of somebody. Brian Smith, the police people. Overalls, baby. So good. A bunch of them could skate vert. That was before bagels were big.
Yeah, bagels didn't take. Yeah, they were pretty small back then. That was a pretty underground.
Bagels were very
bakery item.
Yeah, bagels were kind of like a mid-90s phenomenon. That was kind of like
really big mid-90s.
Great Canadian Bagel didn't last, did it? I love that shot. Just like holds on to the guy with the sombrero.
This is great too.
Oh shit. It was really important that the camera swung over and got the reaction. You don't get enough of that these days, hey? And the reaction was genuine that, oh shit, this is really good too. This whole video. Here, same thing. They kept it going. Throws up his hat. Whoa! It's really important in shots like the last one. Some people were just parking their car for a day of shopping, but that moment goes down in history, you know? Like, people had a mundane day. The box thing, too. Engaging with people that you meet.
It goes,
Like you eating the chips or whatever that one time for Wacky Mode, it's like, it goes down in history. Important. Like, what you do, if you're in the moment and engaged in improving, like, there's so much of that in this video because this is pre-cell phone, pre-internet. These are people who are just in the moment enjoying it. I don't think you really get that feeling that they weren't thinking about anything else except making this video. This was the biggest thing that was happening for
the whole context of being filmed was different back then.
You get more authentic things, right? Because
there was less fear. It's not like, oh, my mom's going to see this tomorrow. It was more. It was like, oh, people might be seeing this in a year. I don't know. It was less.
We're 20 minutes into the video and how many legendary things have already happened that are just forever burned into your mind. Now we get Happy Tree, Brian Smith getting stoked on the left. So stoked.
I gotta stand up.
Singing. And again, so they had the conflict, right? And you see Brooke laughing and looking back at Brian. It's important for you to see that they had a fight earlier on, and then they've had a good moment, you know?
Yeah.
And then stealing. Again, so how Senate made Visor, right? Senate made a replica of that sweater that Arlo had. Remember? Senate made that sweater, but that was a thrift store sweater. Like, that's not a Senate sweater. That doesn't say Senate on it. That was just a weird thrift store sweater.
Well, it was really smart because obviously tons of people had seen this video.
It's crazy to think about this in retrospect. Man. It's weird because you can't try and make this video now. You can only study it and know what made it good, and that's it.
Yeah.
And apply it to your own life. But
yeah, it's impossible to replicate this.
Slow motion leap soul to a guitar.
This was before there was any like preconception about how you're supposed to act in a reality TV show or a skate video, or like we're so conditioned now.
I think it was. Man, I love that part.
Damn, he had nice souls.
I love where he's just talking really passionately about like he always thought it was going to be a secluded sport, but he's talking about how people are going crazy. They're jumping nutty. I thought it was really cool to show that Arlo drove the bus too. Hey, like to show that he was responsible. That as a metaphor, I'm not a huge metaphor person, but like to know that you're driving and taking care of the people in the vehicle.
Oh, for sure.
That's really important.
Yeah.
There's like a caring thing there.
It's in the quote.
It's the next one.
Not worry about
like
just do it on your by yourself.
We gotta Instagram that.
Big soul. Man.
That's where it's like it's kind of the point where our sport doesn't look easy. Whatever. And it doesn't in this video.
It looks harder in this video than it does
now. Well, just to think of, Nima made a really good point. Where you look at this old skate footage and you look at the soul grinds on the rails, and the style is good because they had to lean over on the soul grinds. They're like a textbook soul grind position should be that your leg is leaned over on an angle. And how many skates can you even do that in these days?
Yeah.
Lots of skates you can't. Try and do that soul on a ledge with shadows, You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
The technology actually restricts that or just disencourages that.
Just don't listen to anybody saying in your sport.
Despite just splitting it.
Just do it because love it and don't listen to anybody. Do you think he was probably just really nervous because he was being filmed? I've filmed with lots of people for work where they're fine, and then as soon as the camera goes on, they're just.
But it's so good that they included that. It's by today's standards, they'd be like, no, we can't put that in. It's too embarrassing to them. But back then, they didn't care.
I always thought this was really interesting. That this is why rollerblading would have been so funny to other sports, that he lands in the grass. This was an unrefined sport being captured. It was raw as fuck, but you look at Arlo skating and it was a little bit more he really cared about the way he made it look, and then you go into some of Minnesota and some of these places and it was just super raw. Just people trying to find the biggest handrails. And it would have been so alien to BMX or skateboarding to just see people fucking ride a rail on rollerblades and swing their arms around.
It was raw.
It was really
It didn't matter
raw.
if you were on the grass.
No. Shifty Royale. It's a hard trick. And then that eventually stuck in Australia where do they still call it shifties to this day instead of Royale? Stuff like that's great, hey?
Interaction.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's
and a little bit of stare right out.
There, don't give a fuck. Close to a Royale. That slide with the grab, hand up.
Planted up.
Yeah. Because it was a shifty. And then this is, watch this next trick. This is, not this one. He does a soul. I always thought that was one of those spots that I could skate. This trick. Boom. Landed in the grass, but it was so tech that they had to put it in.
We bailed, but that was a huge hole, this one.
And then the song goes, ah! Man. Minnesota was tech, right?
Minnesota was like the Alberta of. It was
Really good Michael Palek a little bit here.
How do you describe that?
What?
That mentality.
The Minnesota?
The Minnesota, Alberta mentality.
It's like a hard-working... there was more to their practice of like rail skating. They were like danger-wise, they were willing to put more in with the handrails, whereas in Kamloops, we just wanted to get it over with. We wanted to do it, we didn't want to do it. We didn't want to line up with the rail. Right. And the skating reflected it, because Alberta was technically ahead of us, and Minnesota would have been the same, right?
Right. It was like less about style and more about like getting her done.
Yeah, for sure. And I wonder if you were to look at a map, like where is Minnesota in relation, like...
Isn't it like like middle?
Midwest?
Yeah.
So that's like, kind of like Alberta-ish? Virginia?
Because it's like hard-working.
That
Brook. All white.
Rocking it. Oh, man. Something like...
The way he played this was so good. Look at his face.
The best is that he just does the whole thing of baby food here. And his face is really good at the end. It's very serious. It probably tasted pretty good if it was apple.
Yeah. Baby food is not bad.
His face here. He's so concentrated. Doesn't look up. Doesn't break character.
Oh God!
And then his little laugh here.
Oh God! Don't do it, mighty dog. Oh no! Oh no!
And then it hits the back.
Oh no!
It's always it's always the best when you can hear people laughing from behind the camera. It makes, and then his laugh there. It's just this section too. Sorry, so it's the 311 section and the Sublime section. The two slow motion, 16mm. Like we straight up copied that shot with Mason.
Yeah.
There's so many things just burned into our mind. The camera movement there. Boom. They were really good with like. There's not a lot of shots where the skaters aren't in it. It was just like that little shot there of like,
holy shit.
They were going over a bridge, 50-kilometer sign. You'd see so many filler shots now. There's so little filler in this video. They always like had a purpose to their shots. You could tell that it was like, this angle's interesting or this person's interesting.
Yeah.
That there was more to it.
Oh, we got a kiss. They were just hanging out with that girl and she kissed him.
This is where like we learned the show a B-roll shot of something and then make sure after you show it has to be them doing a trick. You can't just show something unrelated.
Yeah.
T-Bone was so good at relating the non-skating footage to the skating footage.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Very true. If you're going to use the non-skating stuff, it has to like
right there.
amplify.
That last shot was Michael Palek dipping down, and then it was him hanging out on the bus. Like their actual composition of the way everything came together was so good. And then again, Michael Palek. It's like Michael Palek. They would keep Michael Palek.
Yeah, like a little section.
Yeah.
Within the section.
And we totally stole that. We used that in Cirque du Soleil was probably the biggest one where we just knew it. Like there was just little rules that had to happen. Yeah. Oh, and then the song, even though I feel bad, and they would show him all fucked up, and then triumphing. This is legendary. And then into the I Love Brad Pitt, and then him pointing at it. To that Sublime song, 40 Ounce to Freedom.
Damn! Holy shit, that was good. He did the point and then put his arms down.
Shit, like just a shot of Arlo writing in his book while on tour. Like, there's what skater would be doing that on tour? Like, just someone writing in a journal. You just it's not the way it works now. People try and be something. That stuff is so good. The mind. not the mime, but the, what is that called? Is that mime? What is it?
The statue?
Just where you hold a pose, tableau, and drama.
The shades.
Even just the shades that he's wearing there was so bizarre for the time. Them talking about Tom Servo breaking.
It's back. Duct tape him up.
Put it over here, you know.
Where is Tom Servo now?
He was at the Eisenberg skate park for the longest time. They had a little museum. Look at, it's just like, the first, obviously Hoax 2 drags on near the end, but the first like 45 minutes to an hour is just consistent, amazing shit. To this day, if you got anything close to this kind of footage, it's more, I guess, about they were capturing something that was happening, because they went from Hoax 1 to Mad Beef, and then they said, we just started getting all these tapes after Mad Beef, people like all over the country sending us footage, because this is pre-internet, so that's when Arlo at the start, and then Tom Servo obviously is in a bunch of the shots after that. That's Arlo at the start. It's like, we're actually going out and we're getting it, because this is pre-internet. I think personally for me, this is where the video starts to take a dip, because I don't like the song from this section. Do you remember the song?
No.
It's like the skating's really good in this. I can't remember what it's like. So my photo,
Yeah.
so my photo, please don't worry. But still a good section. This was also a heavy slow-mo, I think. That was always good, framing plants and stuff in the foreground. Always makes the shot more interesting. This is so close to how skating is today, that line, hey? And I remember this was like my least favorite footage in the video. Like grinding a bunch of little things in a row, doesn't do anything.
Right.
That shit's still so good. Boom. Toe, soul, late 180. Spit shining the kink. About that
Did you get any messages about Tesla's
about good shit? Yeah. Keep it going to the top.
Big safety grab into the grass.
Good pants.
Really good pants.
Shane Nelson.
John Robinson still skates.
Man, is his thing when he was on that dating show, is that on YouTube? Because he was so good in that.
Yeah. I wonder if it was on YouTube.
That sweat stance was really good for that time. He still got that shit on lock too. Again, this spot just doesn't do it for me. You know when a spot's like so laid out for what you should do, and then people do it?
Right. Yeah.
Brian had that really good quote sometimes, like with skate parks, that they do the tricks for you. It's kind of like has that feel. That was good when they had like a shot of someone getting candy from Tom Servo. That's a great shot. The MTV angle every once in a while can be really good. Oh yeah, he was landing very careful. There's that landing again with the toe drag, right?
Oh. No.
Boom, late 180s, still sick. Late 360, still sick. How about those pants?
Really sick.
This is where you wish, oh
Is it
dang.
Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey kind of looks like Lacey a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
There's an essence there. Cause who's that actress in 10 Things I Hate About You? That was big. That flashing shot with T-Bone back in the day. Would people, is that not PC now?
To put a sticker on boobs?
Yeah, like it was that people would, that was a good shot too.
Was that his hand?
No, that was Brian Smith's hand grabbing the, it was just like extra gene, and it looked like he was grabbing the package. There was like,
It looked like package.
even if it, oh shit, it was funny, like the jokingly gay, it wasn't the way it is now. It was more funny and brotherly, whereas people would be very scared to put that in videos now, but in this it's so genuine and it's so likable because you saw they were confident with girls, and that when dudes get together it is jokingly gay, but you don't see it as much as it is in this video.
Totally.
Like
You would never see jokingly gay shots in modern skate videos.
No, and it's funny in this video. It's really funny. It's more, it comes off more as brotherly love, like brotherhood.
Yeah, it's totally
joking.
playful.
Yeah. Like the fellatio with the carrot is so funny.
Yeah.
He's jerking off the little carrot and Arlo's done and he's like, yum, 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 yum.
Those are a lot of attentive.
Rock on, Satan. If Arlo wasn't sandwich, he would be the ham and cheese.
That was back before Subway was big too.
Yeah. So before Subway was big and before our bagels were big.
Subway probably got big because of this video.
That's
ads.
Putting ads in videos is always really good, hey? Which,
Obsession is so 90s.
to Calvin Klein's credit, that photo has actually looked, that photo still looks modern.
That whole ad looked totally modern.
Yeah. Nose picks, hey? You don't see that. How he came up fakey, tapped with his nose. This is so funny how this was like tech, what they're doing now. In your face.
Brooke, switching it up.
Just think about this, okay? So I've thought about this a lot. Do you realize how bad that was still sick? Like there were people like Arlo who made rollerblading look amazing, with style-wise and integrity. And you think of skateboarders who had done skateboarding for 20 years or bikers, again, like how Arlo's like decades, right? And here's rollerblading. You think of all the bad rollerblading at skate parks all over the world. Of course rollerblading would have a bad reputation. We were watching these videos and we believed in it because we saw the best. But us imitating rollerblading all around the world, that B-roll shot's really funny because you could tell he was forced into it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, there was a lot of really bad skateboarding going on too.
We're talking about like,
There was some exceptionally bad rollerblading going on.
yeah, there was bad skateboarding, but there was
Big Daddy. There was bad. I mean, there was bad everything going on. Just like there still is bad everything. Like there's a lot of.
I'm talking
bad
about
shit
like,
going on.
so there's Hoax 2, right?
Yeah.
Video Days came out around the same time as this video, didn't it?
Yeah. Was it around 94?
We're talking about
Yeah.
Mark Gonzalez and Jason, what's his name? Jason, the actor? Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
And Guy Mariano. Like, and Spike Jones made the video. Like style and
Pretty
and really,
Yeah.
you know, and going to watch that and then seeing this at your local skate park, this is an unrefined sport. Look at this. People decked out in pads and just trying to figure out the beginning of something, right? And here, like obviously Arlo with the set slides and amazing grabs and shit, and it doesn't matter how tech or how hard you try it, this is the beginning of something. It is sketchy as fuck. Not only that, but like, my definition of white trash. Oh, wake up. Where's my Mountain Dew? The best was in that OxyContin documentary that I watched. So many people drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Mountain Dew goes good with OxyContin.
That was good. Short and stretched. See, that was a similar thing. They very rarely showed a shot where there was no humans in it.
This was really good.
Why? Skating. There's nothing you can do about it, but we'd like something to eat. You can see how tall Michael Opalek is there, eh? Compared to Brian Smith. But we would like something to eat, so if you can feed us, that would be great. The style. Then he was holding the sandwich. Always so good.
Oh, shit.
Where do you think this conversation would go now?
The sandwich?
No, the style conversation. I feel like it would be so interesting if you got people from all over the world to comment on style and make like a similar thing to this, because you get such different answers.
Totally. It would always be an interesting topic.
Because something that's really interesting is just the first 4 people there. Michael Opalek, B-Love, Arlo Eisenberg, and Steve Thomas all had really good style, but now if you look at it over time, completely different styles.
So what do you think style is?
Style is bringing yourself to it, in my opinion. So you can usually see the way the person thinks through the way that thinks or sees the world, and they bring that to their skating. So like Rawlinson there, that was a really good example. It seemed like Rawlinson just wanted to be a successful rollerblader and get shit done, and he didn't have the best style. He never had the best style. Dave Ortega there, he wanted to prove something with that switch soul, right? So he had that kind of like New York, fuck yeah style. Arlo was always very calculated, but he was very aggressive. Like, he seemed like an aggressive skater.
Yeah.
And B-Love had kind of a classic style. Michael Opalek had like a Dana style. He was very relaxed. Brian Smith was very showy. As you can see right here, really good point. Fuck. Yes. How about you? Like, what do you think style is?
Style.
Because I think I also think style can be really, really, really normal and one thing that everybody does and everybody thinks is good style and very out of the moment. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the best style is accidental. It's always accidental. When style is at its best, it's like you're trying so hard just to achieve something that there's no posing, there's no forcing a certain movement. It's just like what accidentally happens.
You basically said the exact same thing that Eric Burke said in Under the Influence, where he says like John Starr does Royale alley-oop topsail in the G4 and looks back at the curve kind of like accidentally, and Kaylee Long or whatever that dude is in the G4 does a back unity and accidentally kind of swivels his feet. And how Eric Burke is like just little things like that, and it's the little things that kind of happen accidentally that always become the highlights. And you hear that from film directors and film editors and things. They'll always say like, this was an accident. Like, this wasn't planned, and this became the most famous part of the movie.
Totally. Yeah. It's like when you execute something exactly like you want it to be done, it's never the best thing. Like, the best things are always the things that you think you screwed up on, or you think aren't perfect. And again, that's why, like, digital cameras are really bad when you can delete the clip, like, while you're out skating.
Yeah, that's why
It's like, you might be deleting your best clip ever because you didn't land it perfectly, but like, imperfect landings, and those are almost more expressive than imperfect landings.
I still really don't like the term clip, just based on what you said. Even if you got into the practice of not watching your footage for days, and even though you're shooting on a digital camera, just imagining that you're shooting film and you can't watch it until you get your film processed, and there's a little bit of anticipation.
It's a better approach.
And you're using that time to experiment more and be more in the moment and be more of the day instead of watching what you get. Because back in the day, you shoot film, you'd have to wait sometimes weeks until you saw what you got, and then there was so much more excitement about what worked and what didn't, and you wouldn't care if you filmed. Like, it would be more about filming a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And I know that was even how we enjoyed doing stuff, right? We didn't like filming things over and over again.
Yeah.
Even down B-roll, we would film something down once a lot of the times. And the first take usually is the best anyway. So a lot of the times you should just film something once. And I love the idea of footage instead of clips. I always still try and call it footage, because footage means that you're filming a bunch of stuff and you're taking pieces of it. Clips mean that while you're out, you're deciding what you're going to edit.
Yeah, and like trying to do one thing over and over, and then you do it, and then you define that as, oh, I got a clip. Chop it up. That's one.
Which is, it's awful.
Well, it's just like, if you look at it from your whole film roll, it's like, it's just less exciting stuff, and you tried to do one thing over and over and over when you could have just done a whole bunch of different things.
It's depressing. I can show you any one of our old tapes, and if you start watching yourself try something over and over and over again, when you know
it was worth it, Jimmy. It was worth it. When I landed that 360.
Well, you usually got your 360s first try. I'm talking about long lines where you're just expending lots of energy. And you're trying to do it over and over again. We're all guilty of it. I love this. Arlo keep me real, and then it goes up to him. Word up.
Oh gosh.
That was a good save, Pat.
This was a horrible
fall section.
Ooh, jeez.
Oh, Rollinson. Oh, look at how dorky that looked, too. He is fully padded up here.
What did his dad think?
Ooh, Julio didn't.
Oh, no.
No, that's it.
We're getting the sorry air, so it only goes to Julio falling.
Julio nothing. Yeah, that's it. It was meant to be.
Yeah. I guess enough was enough. Even Neal was like, fuck, this video is way too long. I mean, it's good. How long are you guys going to talk? It's ridiculous.
Sorry. There was an issue with playback. Well, should this just turn into a regular podcast for the last bit or what?
Yeah. What was it?